This video is brought to you by S-Benz Motors Mercedes-Benz located in Sungai Petani, Kedah, Malaysia. Hey guys, right here I have a 2017 Mercedes-Benz E43 Avantgarde. And today, I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features, inside and out. So, here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. When you lock the car, the side mirrors fold in, and when you unlock it, the side mirrors fold out. Also, if you press and hold on the unlock button, you're able to roll down all four windows in the car simultaneously, and to roll them back up together, just press and hold on the lock button. A push-button start system is standard on the W213 E-Class. So to start, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the left of the steering wheel. The W213 E-Class employs an electrically assisted rack and pinion power steering setup. With the Avantgarde and exclusive trims, a leather-wrapped steering wheel that features sport grips at 10 and 2 and perforations on the sides is standard. Standard and only transmission available for the E200 in Malaysia is Mercedes' 9G-tronic 9-speed automatic. This replaces the 7G-tronic transmission found in the previous generation. However, the transmission is still routed to the direct select gear lever on the steering column. Manual shifting is available via the pedal shifters on the steering wheel. Front and rear parking sensors, a reverse camera with guidance lines, and the Parking Pilot automatic parking system are all common features across the E-Class lineup. The E-Class's drive modes, dubbed Dynamic Select, is selected using the toggle switch on the left of the center console. In this E200, 5 modes can be chosen: Eco, Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and Individual. Depending on the mode, the settings for the engine, the transmission, the suspension, and the steering are altered to provide drivers with either fuel efficiency, comfort, or sporty driving. The first 4 modes mentioned are pre-configured, while the last mode, Individual, lets drivers adjust the engine, the steering, and the Eco start-stop function settings to their own liking. In terms of safety, the E-Class gets 7 airbags, anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, electronic stability program, anti-skid regulation, adaptive brake lights, active brake assist, attention assist, forward collision warning, a tire pressure monitoring system, an alarm system with immobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer rear seats. As usual, let's turn on the hazards, lights, rear fog light, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. The E200 Avantgarde comes with 18-inch 5-spoke light alloy rims. This E200 uses Michelin Primacy 3 ZP 245/45R18 run-flat tires. Ventilated disc brakes and multi-link suspension setups are present all around. Mercedes' agility control with selective damping suspension system can be found on Malaysian-spec W213s. With this system, there is a 15mm lower ride height. Mid-size executive cars are perfect for those who find compact models too small and full-size models too big. For Mercedes, its entrant into this segment is the E-Class. The E-Class lineage dates back to 1953 with the W120 generation. However, it was not officially known as the E-Class until a nomenclature change for Mercedes in 1993 resulted in the latter first naming scheme. With this name change that coincided with the facelift for the W124 range, the E-Class was born. Up until today, 5 E-Class generations have appeared, with the latest W213 generation debuting in 2016 for the 2017 model year. 6 body styles are available for the latest E-Class: the W213 Saloon, the V213 Long Wheelbase Saloon, the Estate and the All-Terrain Estate that both have the same S213 codename, the C238 Coupe and the A238 Convertible. The latest E-Class is built on Mercedes' MRA modular platform, and it is up to 100 kg lighter than its predecessor. Under the bonnet is the M274 DE20AL 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine. This engine features a dual overhead cams, 16 valves, inline-4 configuration with variable valve timing and direct injection. In the E200 tune, figures are 181 horsepower at 5500 rpm, 300 Nm of torque between 1200 and 4000 rpm, 0 to 100 km per hour in 7.7 seconds, and a top speed of 240 km per hour. The fuel tank holds 66 litres of petrol, with the combined fuel consumption for the E200 automatic rated at 5.9 litres per 100 km. 132 grams of carbon dioxide is emitted per kilometer, and the E-Class is a rear-wheel drive vehicle. The W213 E-Class first made its Malaysian debut a year ago. At launch, 4 official variants, E200 Avantgarde, E250 Avantgarde, E250 Exclusive, and E300 AMG Line were available. All of them were fully imported from Germany. April 2017 saw local production for the W213 begin, with the E200 and the E250 variants going the local assembly route, while the E300 remaining as an imported model. The fully imported Mercedes-AMG E43 4MATIC variant was launched in May 2017. Exterior features of the E200 Avantgarde includes automatic auto-leveling LED high-performance projector headlights, automatic wipers, LED daytime running lights, LED indicators for the front, sides and rear, LED rear lights, LED rear fog light, LED rear number plate lights, front and rear parking sensors, body-colored door handles and side mirrors, auto-dimming driver's side mirror, polished aluminium window trims, chrome highlights on the front and rear bumpers, chrome surround front grille with twin slats finished in matte iridium silver with chrome inlays, and dual exhaust pipes. Boot lid release button, bottle holder, storage, mirror controls, window controls. All of the windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions, and you do have your window lock right here as well. Speaker, press this button to control the front passenger seat using the driver's seat controls. And speaking of the driver's seat, you do have a fully powered driver's seat in this car, together with 3-person memory settings. You do have lumbar support as well, adjusted using the buttons right there. Mercedes-Benz door sills for this car. To the right of the headlight switch, you do have the lever to adjust the brightness of the interior at night, and down below you do have your electronic parking brake. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how she revs. The parking brake is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and pull the lever out. To engage it, simply push the lever back in. The E200 Avantgarde in Malaysia does come standard with a tri-zone automatic climate control system. All of your front controls are located right here. It is quite simple to use. The display is shared with the infotainment display located right above. You do have a separate set of controls for the rear, which I'll show you later. But back to the front controls from left to right. You do have your front passenger temperature, front passenger different modes, fan speed, automatic mode, front and rear defrost, air conditioning, recirculation, driver's side different modes, and your driver's side temperature. If you hit the menu button in the middle, you can actually bring up your climate control menu full screen on the infotainment display, and from then on you can select your sync mode, your rear air conditioning system controls and whatnot. You do have a very nice analog clock right there, and to the left of it you do have your shortcut buttons for your navigation, radio, media, and to the right you do have your shortcut buttons for your telephone, your vehicle, and your hazard light button is right there. Cup holders, storage, power outlet, and you do have a slot to insert the key fob. You can cover it up. This button controls your rear sunshade. Your dynamic select switch as shown earlier, parking sensors, your auto park system, and this button activates or deactivates the automatic start-stop feature. If you do have the feature activated, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop, such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, to save that extra bit of petrol or diesel depending on what the car is running on. The widescreen cockpit is another standard feature on Malaysian-spec W213s. This setup features two 12.3-inch high-resolution color displays, one for the instrument cluster and the other for the infotainment system. In-car entertainment in the E200 is provided by the Command Online system that features hard disk drive-based navigation, various media connectivity options, and a 7-speaker sound system. The stock sound system available in this E-Class does sound quite good. The display right above is controlled using your set of controls located down the center console. You do have this knob that goes up, down, left, right, scrolls to left, scrolls to right, and clicks down for enter. Ahead of the knob you do have your return and home buttons. You do have a touchpad right above the knob that works in sort of like a similar fashion to the knob, so you can go up, down, left, right, click down for enter. You also do have your return, next, and home buttons on the touchpad itself. Back to the display, we are currently in your Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing information. You do have the Bluetooth device name, title, artist, album, and your song duration. Now, if we use the touchpad or the knob to go up or down, we can actually go back a song or go forward a song. But if we go left, we can search for music, bring up your devices, bring up your sound system settings with your equalizer, balance and fader, and other sound settings. Under equalizer, you can set your bass mid treble. To go back, hit the back button. Under options, we do have your volume amplification, play mode, and all that. And lastly, information on media. Now, to bring up your home menu, hit the home button, and we do have your home menu right above. Under navigation, we are currently in your maps. Use the knob to zoom in and out. To the left, we can enter your destination. continue route guidance, enter destination, previous destinations, points of interest, and all that. Map menu, your route options, your position options, and your navigation options. Under radio, we can access your FM/AM menus. Under media, we go back to your media menu where you can access your different media options. You do have your USB, Bluetooth audio streaming, iPod connectivity, and all that. Under telephone, we can access your Bluetooth telephone menu where you can dial a number, look at your contacts, look at your Bluetooth devices, and all that. Under connect, we can access your internet menu where you can browse your browser, your Mercedes-Benz apps, access your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto menus, and information on Connect. Under Vehicle, we do have your Climate Control menu, Dynamic Select menu, your Assistance. Right here you can turn on or off your Stability Program function, your Camera and Parking Pilot menu, and all that. Your consumption menu, light settings, vehicle settings, and your onboard owner's manual. Lastly, your system settings. Right here, you can actually change the design of the instrument cluster. It is currently set to Classic, as you can see, but you can also set it to Sport and Progressive. Your additional display area settings, display brightness, turn the display off, day-night settings. You also do have your input settings, audio, connectivity, command touch settings, time and date, language, units, and all that. You can even perform a software update right here, back up the system, and reset the system back to factory settings. Now, under the home menu, down below you do have your favorites menu. Central locking. And as shown earlier, this car does have power folding side mirrors. To fold the side mirrors in from the inside, press this button right here. On the steering wheel, the left spoke houses your voice control button, your on-hook off-hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system, and this touchpad right here together with the back button or home button actually controls your display. So you can bring up the main menu, use the touchpad to scroll through it, then click the touchpad down to select that particular option. On the right spoke, you do have your audio controls with your volume, mute button, and you do have the same touchpad and home button on this side, but this time it controls your multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. To bring up your main menu, just hit the home button and you can go to your assistance menu, service menu, navigation, radio, media, telephone, and your content. Right here you can select what the right display shows. You do have your rev meter, navigation, eco display, consumption, and back to your driving data menu. Right here we do have your range and instant fuel consumption, eco display since the last startup, your driving data since the last startup, driving data since the last reset. In the two driving data menus, you do have your distance traveled, average fuel consumption, average speed, and elapsed time. Digital speedometer, mileage and trip meter, and back to your range and instant fuel consumption. As shown earlier, on the right stalk, you do have your gear lever. On the top left stalk, you do have your indicator and wiper controls. On the middle left stalk, you do have your controls for your fully powered tilt and telescopic steering wheel, And on the bottom left stalk, you do have your cruise control and speed limiter controls. Front center armrest with storage. You do have a storage strap right in there, together with an SD card slot and a couple of USB ports. Auto dimming rear view mirror, sunglass holder, and you do have your interior lights right above. Your reading lights are located below the rear view mirror. This one turns on the light at the back, while this one turns on or off the lights when you open the doors. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a light. Now, if you push the sun visor off to the right, you do have another one to cover up the front. Very convenient. And you do have a grip handle for the driver. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. Storage, window control, speaker, and you do have sunshades for the rear windows. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is actually not a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for leg room, I get about this much. And I do get about this much in terms of headroom. It is actually quite nice and comfortable back here. The seats are soft. You do get storage pockets on the front seat backs, aircon vents on the B pillars, as well as in the middle for the back. And you do have the aforementioned rear climate control system down below. You do have your temperature to the left and fan speed to the right. Below it, you do have a bit of storage together with a power outlet. Rear center armrest with storage and cup holders. You do have grip handles on the ceiling with hooks for both sides at the back. And you do have your reading lights as well. Electronic fuel flap, there are 3 ways to pop open the boot lid in the W213E class. You can use the button inside the cabin that I showed you earlier on, you can use the button on the key fob, or you can use the button located beneath the Mercedes-Benz badge on the boot lid itself. Boot space in the W213 measures 540 litres. For added practicality, 40-20-40 split folding rear seats are standard in Malaysia. To fold the rear seat backs down, use the levers on the top of the boot. There is a hook on the top of the boot as well. To the left of the boot is a storage net, and under the boot floor is more storage. Adjustable headrests, front and rear. As I mentioned earlier on, the rear seat backs in this car do fold down 40-20-40. While you can fold down the seat backs from the boot, if you want to fold down only the middle portion, locate the lever right here, pull it and then flip the middle portion down. The front passenger seat in this car does get full powered adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as the driver's side, including your memory settings and your lumbar support. You do have your window control right there, storage down below, and a speaker right there. You do have a storage pocket down here, lockable glove box. It is of a nice size. Grip handle for the front passenger, and the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with a light and the same dual sun visor as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2017 Mercedes-Benz E200 Avantgarde. Thanks for watching and goodbye.